Hello and welcome to a race recap of May 11th Herbalife Criterium series. I'm starting off in the last 5 laps here. You'll see Joe Rose is going off the front and John Hamlin will follow him. I found myself on the front here, not willing to pull the brake along. So Liberty University Cycling and one of my teammates goes up and I'm comfortable with that. Everybody else starts bridging here. So I just hop on Zach Gregg's wheel. I'll just follow right up to them. We get pretty close to this break, so close that Zach Hostetler is actually going to bridge up to them. Everybody else is pretty far into the race at this point. We've all done some work, so no one's going to make a concerted effort to follow. This move by one of the Liberty guys, he actually goes around some lapped riders here and then kicks it up while we're all sitting in. I didn't see it until I watched the video. You'll see Mark Heckman puts in a dig and he is not able to get space on us. It's an interesting move to get everyone off his wheel or maybe to sneak attack. Unfortunately, it didn't work for him. Fortunately for us. We're going to keep pulling through. We have 4 laps to go now. That breakaway is pretty close. So close that Zach decides to fall back into the field. And then you'll see Joe Rose and John Hamlin. We'll put in another dig and create more separation as Zach's back in our field. We're close to the end here, so I realize we need to get someone up into this break. So I do a good push. You see I hit about 1,000 watts there and then kind of sat up once we got in bridging distance because I'm not going to pull the field up to them. I'm flicking CJ to go through and pull up to that break. He wasn't able to do it, but Marcel fortunately saw what I was thinking, and he bridged up to both of them. Now we're in a comfortable position where we've got a very fast teammate in the break, one that can finish very strong, stronger than the other 2 guys, so we have no incentive to pull this back even though we have numbers in the field compared to other teams. So we're just going to sit in on this Liberty guy who's actually going to pull for a good few laps. He'd been on the front a lot this race too, so this is a strong effort. I don't understand why he was doing it because he had no other teammate other than just trying to bring the race together. He did have a pretty strong finish, so maybe his plan was to pull it back and then win the sprint as well. I'm just going to sit on this wheel until the last few laps. Everybody's going to get antsy here, especially the Hearts Racing team. They don't have anybody in the breakaway, so if I was on them, I would want to bridge up there because these 3 guys can definitely hold a gap, especially with no one concerting a chase. See, Mark Heckman's the one who decides to go for a jump. We'll come through the finish line here. Everybody's going to hop on his wheel. And he's going to push hard for a full lap to make an attempt to bridge us up to them. When we come around this corner, you can see they just exited the corner. So the gap's pretty small. I'd say under 15 seconds here. With, I think, 3 laps to go. Everyone should be expecting this breakaway to come back. But my team's not concerned about it because we have a very strong finishing teammate up front. So we're not going to make that happen. Mark's going to keep pulling here. Now he's going to pull off. This is the last lap. And we're getting very close to them. The Liberty guy puts in a surge and Zach Gregg doesn't follow it through this last corner. So I'm just going to stay on Zach's wheel. David Flynn decides to move up next to us. He's in the gutter there and just going straight. He moves over into both of us and actually pushes me off my line, so I had to let up a little bit. Then we come through the finish. I got 6. My teammate Marcel won the race, so that's a successful team venture. I'm going to replay the last corner just so you can see what happened in the sprint here. I was in a pretty comfortable position. I should have gone a little bit earlier into this corner just to hop onto that Liberty guy. You can see Flynn moves over to our outside. and he's going to get pushed kind of close to the gutter, but he's in a comfortable sprinting position if he just holds that line. And you can see he starts moving over here. I'm on the left side, so Zach gets pushed into me. I have to let up and then restart my sprint. And at that point, I've lost a little too much momentum to actually hop on that wheel. You can see here, Flynn's in the second marker for our start, which means that he moved from the gutter 12 feet over into us, which can definitely block other sprinters on your wheel and often can lead to unfortunate situations for everyone else. Luckily, that didn't happen. We were both experienced riders on his wheel, so we could respond to it. But I would have felt nicer if I got 5th place. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned.